Make sure I'm going live here. All right, looks good. Welcome everyone to our low impact strength full body workout. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on the floor, a lot of body weight stuff. We will use dumbbells if you have them, or you can try to use a band or just some kind of household item if you don't have any dumbbells, but they will only need to be light because we're not doing anything heavy, nothing super hard, but we'll just get our muscles working and get a little bit of heat going. We are going to start on the ground, so if you have a mat or something you want to lay on, go ahead and set that up and then we will get started. Just going to tilt this down. Okay, we aren't going to do a real big warm-up or anything. We're just going to kind of go right into it, since most of what we're doing is similar to what we would do in a warm-up. It's low impact. This is good for recovery, good for beginners, good to just work on the small muscle groups, give ourselves a little bit of a break from the hard, more intense workouts that we've done earlier in the week. All right, we're going to start with a bridge. So on your back, plant your feet right under you, arms down by your sides, pull your shoulders down away from your ears. We're going to start with our double leg bridge, so just our regular bridge. Both feet are planted. You're going to lift up and squeeze and back down. Up and down. We're doing 10. Up and down. Push down into the whole foot, not just your heels and not into your toes, all of your foot. Squeeze your booty, squeeze the back of your legs. 2 more. All right, now we'll go into single leg bridge. Bring one leg up into the air. So if it's straight up, it's going to be a little bit easier. The more you have it down towards the floor, the harder it's going to be. So you choose which variation you want to do. We're going to do 10 single leg bridges on both sides. I've got my left foot planted and my right foot in the air, arms down by the sides, shoulders away from the ears. Here we go. 10 reps. Hold it at the top for just a second. Come all the way up with your hips. Again, pushing into your whole foot. Last one. Plant your foot, your other foot, and then the other leg goes into the air. 10 more reps. Ready? Here we go. All right, good. Relax your legs. We are going to use a dumbbell next. So you can start light if you want. I'm going to use a medium-sized dumbbell. I've got an 8-pound. We're going to do a dumbbell pullover. Working our back muscles, still on the ground. So grab whatever weight you want to use. We're going to hold it by both ends, so just one dumbbell. You can plant your feet so your core is engaged. Your whole back is on the ground. Hands up overhead with your dumbbell. You can have a slight bend in your elbows. We're going to reach the dumbbell all the way back overhead, reaching through the arms. So we're not bending the elbows more. And then come straight back up. This is a back exercise, not triceps. Reach overhead and then squeeze under your armpits to come back up. Let's do 10. Lengthen through your arms to reach overhead. Slow and controlled. We've got one more. Once you're done with your 10, you can drop your dumbbell. Bring your legs up into a tabletop position, meaning 90 degrees at your hips and knees. So our feet are in the air, our arms are up straight, and palms are facing each other. We're gonna go into dead bug. So this is a core exercise. Make sure your whole back is on the ground. Engage your core, push your low back into the ground. We're gonna extend the right arm and left leg at the same time, breathing in and out, and then coming back to the center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, other side. Left arm, right leg. Breathe. And back to the center. That's the pace. It's slow. We're going to do 10 per side. Reach out. And back in. Keep going. Really make sure your low back stays on the ground. The higher your leg, the easier it is. So if you feel like your low back is coming off the ground, then don't extend your legs so low. Breathe. I'm at the halfway point. Good, rest when you're done. All right, those are our 3 exercises. We're gonna start again from the top. Doing single leg bridge. So we're gonna leave out the double leg. That was just kind of our little warm up for the glutes. So one leg in the air, other foot planted down, arms down by your sides. Single leg bridge 10 times. Here we go. Lift and squeeze. Finish to one side and then switch. Finish your glute bridges. Grab your dumbbell for dumbbell pullover. 10 times. Arms up, holding the ends of the dumbbell. Make sure your abs are nice and tight. Reach the dumbbell as far overhead as you can. And then squeeze under your armpits to come back up right over your chest. 10 times. Finish your 10. Dead bug. Legs up, arms up, opposite arm and leg, 10 per side. Inhale down to extend. Exhale to come back to center. Good. How we doing? Feeling a little bit warm? We're gonna move on. So, still on your back, we are gonna move from our backs a little bit more during this circuit. We've got 4 exercises this time. Starting on your back, you can have your hands either on your low abs or down by your sides. We're gonna do a single leg lift. So plant your right foot on the ground and we're gonna extend the left leg out straight. Okay, so the main focus in this exercise is to make sure you're activating all of your core muscles, your transverse abdominis or your TVA and your rectus and everything, so that you're not just activating the top and you have this little coning action going on. If you think about exhaling really hard and you feel the sides of your abdomen stretch out and you get that pressure there, that's what we want to feel during this exercise. Okay, so what we're going to do is activating the whole core. We're going to lift the leg up and back down, not touching the floor, up and down. So here we're just working abs and we're working that hip flexor a little bit. Leg is completely straight. Flex your foot so your toes are up towards the ceiling. Inhale down. Exhale up. Make sure all of your core is engaged. Let's count to 20. Tighten all of those muscles. Might not seem like much. As we get going, we're really going to feel it. I already feel my hip flexors. And I'm only on 8. Check your core. Make sure you're pressing out into the sides. So if you have your hands on your midsection on the sides, you can feel your core engaged. Still breathing. I've got 4 more. Finished your 20 on the one side, and you know, other leg. Go right into it. Nice deep breaths. Flex your foot. Your leg is super straight. Squeeze your leg muscles. All right. Come over to your left side. So lay on the left side of your body. You can rest your head in your hand. We're going to go into hip abduction and adduction. So outer thigh, glutes, and inner thighs. So to start, your legs are stacked. We're going to go into hip abduction, leg raises. So we're in a nice straight line here. Feet are flexed. We're going to go up and down. So the main thing here is I do not want you to turn your toes up towards the ceiling, okay? Then we're working more of the hip flexor. We want to keep the toes completely straight or even lift up through the heel, so we're working the glutes. Okay, so up and down 20 times. As soon as you start to feel your core or your abs, your torso twist or turn, that is as far as you need to go. Right before that, you only want to use your glutes here. You're only going as high as your hip will let you. Make sure your hips are nice and stacked up and down. Remember, lift up through your heel, the back of your heel. Lift it towards the ceiling. Get your 20. Stay on this side. Plant your top leg or your top foot in front of that leg so we have a little bit of stability here and balance. We're going to do the inner thigh next on the opposite leg. So leg lifts, working the inner thigh 20 times. Flex your foot, lift up and down. Count to 20. Finish those. We're going to flip around to the other side. Same 2 exercises on the other side. Laying nice and straight. Top leg first. Flex your feet. Lift through the heel using the glute. Up, squeeze, and down for 20. All right, finish those. Plant the top foot, inner thighs, 20 reps. Your legs are super straight. Good. Finish with those. We're going to come to the hands and the knees. Donkey kicks are next. This is our last one. We'll start right back at the top. Okay? What we're going to do, keeping the knees bent just like they are in this tabletop position. We're going to keep the foot flex and the knee bent. We're going to come up into this hip extended position. So our glutes engaged. We're just going to press the heel up as high as you can get it, and then back down to that neutral position, or where the leg is just in the air and our hips are straight. Okay, 20 times. Squeeze up and back down. So it's a little mini movement or a pulse. 20 reps. Let's go. Not too fast. Once you finish your 20, switch legs. 20 again on the other leg. Here we go. Heel up towards the ceiling. Keep the knee bent. Squeeze your booty. Good. Finish those. Come back to your back. We got that one more time through. Single leg, leg raises. Whole upper body is down on the ground. Plant one foot, the other leg is straight. Engage your core, remember. Flex your foot, straighten that leg, going up and down. Squeezing your abs the whole time. 20 reps. all the way down, just a few inches above the floor. Woo! Switch legs once you get to 20. It's really hard to keep the knees straight. Let's go. Once you're done with those, flip to the side. Legs stacked. Hip abduction or side leg raises with the glute. 20 reps. Nice squeeze in the glute. Woo. 20 of those. Plant your foot and her thighs on that bottom leg. Here we go. And then we'll flip to the other side. Top leg first. And then inner thigh. Last set of donkey kicks right here. Then we're moving on. Set up in your tabletop position. Hands and knees. One leg at a time. Get in that bent knee position. 20 pulses. Squeeze and back down. Switch legs when you're done. All right. Good job. Quick rest. Switching it up. Now, we're going to go into 3 different exercises again, starting with down dog to plank. So on our hands and feet this time, we're going to push back into a down dog position. Push your legs as straight as you can. Push your chest through so that your ears are lined up with your biceps. That's your down dog position. And then we're going to shift forward all the way to plank. Lock out your hips so they're not high, also not sagging, but everything's in a nice straight line. And then back to down dog. We're going to do that 10 times. So when you shift forward to plank, count that as 1, hold it for a second, and then back. Let's go. Give me 10. Squeeze your booty and everything when you lock out your plank. Nice stretch in the hamstrings when we go into that down dog. Get your 10. Come down to your hands and knees. Now, we're going to go into a T-spine twist or a thoracic spine twist. We've done these before in some of the classes. You may or may not be familiar. We're going to bring our left hand to our left ear. What we're going to do is we're going to open up as much as you can. So with our hips, our knees are locked to the floor, so we can't open at the hips. We can only work on that thoracic spine rotation. And then we're going to come in, elbow to forearm, open back up, reaching to twist, working on that upper body strength here. Let's do 10, down and open. Squeeze your back when you open up and twist. Once you get 10, trade sides. Go right into it. Get your 10, come down to your belly. You can put your arms wherever you want. I'm going to put mine overhead so I can rest my head on my arms. We're going to do a glute leg lift. So with our upper body and everything on the mat, we're going to straighten the legs out. We're going to lift the leg into the air one at a time. We're going to stay on one side for 10, and then we'll switch to the other side. So the goal is to lift your leg as high off the mat as you can, using your glutes so your leg is straight. Ready? One leg at a time for 10. Squeeze and down. Try not to let your upper body twist or move. It's all coming from the glute and leg. See if you can get your whole thigh off the ground. Get your 10, switch legs. your knees straight. Good. Finish those. Starting from the top. Downward dog to plank. 10 times. Starting down dog. Make sure your hands are nice and flat. Your fingers are spread wide. And we're working on a wrist mobility here too when we get into our plank position. Starting down dog. Stretch. Get your ears by your biceps. And then plank position. Lift your chest. Lock your hips. 10 reps. Come down to all fours. T-spine rotation. Nice flat back to start. Hand to ear. Here we go. Open up and close. 1. 10 times. Switch sides. Done with those, then come down to your belly. Single leg glute lift. Only the lower body. 10 per side. Nice and slow. Squeeze your muscles. All right, come up when you're done. Legs out in front of you. Let's just cross one over like this and stretch out the glute. That is all for today. Hopefully you feel warm, you got your blood flowing, feel energized from that workout. It wasn't too difficult or too intense. So you can finish out the rest of your workday with good mental energy and recovery from the earlier parts of the week. Switch legs. Everybody take a note that I did change next Friday's workout time. It's going to be at 8 a.m. We're going to try something new. But if you can't join it live, remember these workouts, as soon as I come off of being live, they're posted to the page, so you can do it at any time. You can do any of the workouts that I do on here at any time. I'm hoping to free up a little bit of a block of time in the later parts of the day so that maybe we can start doing some challenges or getting a little bit more engagement with some fun challenges. All right, bring your feet in like this. Soles of the feet together and lean forward. But we'll try that out. And another thing too, is I'm about to post it, is we are going to have a guest instructor doing Latin Zumba, which is tons of fun. That's going to be on October 30th at noon. So it'll be that Friday, the Friday before Halloween at noon. One of my coworkers, she teaches Latin Zumba, and she's offered to come live on our YouTube page for us, and it will be lots of fun. All right, y'all, we are all finished for today. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for joining me again. And I've got next week posted for anyone who wants to go ahead and look. I see your comment, Laura. This is awesome. See you Monday. Thanks for joining. All right, y'all, have a good weekend. Bye.